Hi everyone, I'm Donna, the bookkeeping lady. I am here to simplify your accounts, hopefully your business as well, because financial accounting is the one thing that most business owners kind of fall down on. They don't find it fun or enjoyable, so it doesn't tend to get done. It turns into the nightmare at the back of the desk. Before I continue, by the way, the nightmare at the back of the desk is my topic for today. Before I continue, if you find value in these videos, if you think they're interesting or entertaining, and I realize the topic of bookkeeping and accounting is probably about as interesting as watching paint dry, but I do try. I try to make them at least a little bit interesting. If you're finding value in these videos, please like and share and subscribe and comment below. I would love to hear from you. I am losing my train of thought. Oh my gosh, I hate it when that happens, don't you? Oh gosh. So, why bookkeeping is a small business owner's worst nightmare. Let's be honest, it probably keeps you up at night, and it probably kind of sucks. And it's just not something that most business owners enjoy doing for themselves, even if they're accountants. So, accountants will work on clients' books all day long, and then it gets time to work on their own, and they're kind of done. It's like they say that the shoemakers' children go barefoot. It's because he's tired of making shoes. Okay, so the number one resource that a small business owner has in spades is time. Wait, no. Wait. Small business owners work, 80 to 100 hours a week. They don't have time. If they do, I hope they're choosing to spend more time with their families or doing the things that actually earn them money rather than doing their books. And that's exactly where most small business owners choose to invest their time. Using your time really is an investment. So if you have extra time, you're probably going to want to spend it with your family, or you're going to spend it working on your business. And most of the time, you don't have extra time. And we all have the same amount of, I always hear this, we all have the same number of hours in the day, and I just kind of smile and I go, yeah. And I think I'm usually a typical entrepreneur in that, yeah, I work for my clients, and then I work on my business, and then I do my marketing, and then I go to school, and then I spend time with my kids, and then I have time to brush my teeth and faint into bed. Basically. That's just the way we are. We're kind of wired to fill our plates, and then I tell my kids, I need a 36-hour day, and they'd say, Mom, you'd fill that up too. I do use my time very wisely. I focus very much on the things that are important to me. So if you're someone that I make time for in my life, you're important to me. But most people don't have a lot of time. We have the same 168 hours a week, and that's all we have. We can't make more time. We can only prioritize what we do. So if you're, usually for small business people, bookkeeping is the first thing that's just, they don't like doing it, so they're done. They don't want to do it. Number two, simplicity. Number one, small business owners don't have time to mess with their bookkeeping. And for many of them, that means learning how to do it from scratch. They don't have time, and most of them don't even have the desire. Number two is simplicity. I'm huge about simplifying. I am huge about systems that make things simple and easy for the business owner. Now, I always worry because I think if I'm telling my business owners that bookkeeping should be simple, the fact is it's not. From my standpoint, it's not. It's not simple. It's not even easy. But from a business owner's point of view, it should be simple for them. So in other words, they should be able to trust me to do the work that's required. They should then be able to, it should be simple from a business owner's point of view. I should really just have to go back to a business owner and have a list of questions for them that they could easily answer. This is why I really promote having frequent meetings with my clients, so that I can get these questions answered in a timely fashion before they're trying to remember, oh, what did I do on June 17th of 2016? I spent that money on, I don't remember. For a business owner, this should be very simple. As the accountant, it's kind of on me to make sure it's a simple process for my clients. But let me promise you, bookkeeping really isn't simple. A lot of people think it is, and a lot of people think that if you have a high school degree or a high school diploma and you can read English, then you're good. It's not the way it works. And the thing is, a lot of times what we think of as simple, it ends up being pretty complicated. Inconsistency is a huge one. I see this all the time. Here's the thing, okay? I am an accountant. I like everything to be in order. My job comes down to, I add up 2 columns of numbers and see if the answer is the same. And I always want the answer to be the same, down to the penny. I want things just so. You can't tell this, by the way, by looking at my desk. I'm looking at my desk and it's a mess. I'm not very organized that way, but I do know where everything is. I like order. I do not like to go into a set of books and have to go, what were they trying to do? Because as soon as I have to ask that question, then that tells me there's no order there. And I like everything to be in order. I like everything to be in order. Now, if you ever come over to my house, you will see that my house is in order. It's clean. They say the way you do anything is the way you do everything. I like order. If I could just get someone to organize my office for me, I would then keep it that way. But I have always been, in any company that I've worked, I've always been the one that really likes order. I'm very, very organized. And there's some places where you don't really see it. One of them is, if you look at my desk and there's stuff all over the place. There really is stuff all over the place. Then you might wonder, but the fact is I know where everything is and it's easy. When I look at a set of books, I want all of the I's dotted and all of the T's crossed. Now, I've been criticized for this. I've been told that I'm just being mean and looking for mistakes. I'm not a mean person. But you know what? I'm looking for mistakes. I'm looking for a lot of mistakes. And the reason that I'm looking for mistakes is not because I'm a mean person. I'm really not. No matter what you may have heard about me, I'm really actually pretty nice. Most people think I'm funny. I don't even know where they get that. I always kind of chuckle and say usually when I'm funny it's because I'm being mean and people think it's funny. Anyway, yes, when I look at someone else's books, I'm absolutely looking for mistakes. The reason I'm looking for mistakes is because that's what other accountants are going to do. We're going to question everything. We want everything to be in order. We want to understand what's actually going on. And when you have a lot of businesses, I have seen this a bunch of times. When you have a bunch of businesses and commingling is going on between all of these business entities, this is why it makes us crazy. It's because we want everything to be very orderly, like the Borg. We want everything just, and I have it even worse because I'm mostly German in my ancestry. So, and I lived in Germany for 3 years, and I was kind of laughing when I was cleaning my house earlier that I learned how to clean house from My mom is a good housekeeper, but I really learned from a German Hausfrau that yes, you clean when it's not clean. I mean, you clean when it doesn't need it, right? And the Germans are very, very, very orderly people. And since I'm part German, that's where I get it. I just do not like to look in a set of books and to start looking at reports and start looking at things and go, as soon as I think, what are they trying to do? Then I start to wonder, what are they really trying to do? Are they trying to be creative? Because creativity doesn't work very well in accounting. This isn't a creative business. This is very much a bean counting business. And the answer is either right or it's wrong. This has been great for me because I was a computer science major before I became an accountant. I quit computers because I had kids and I couldn't keep up with the changes in the business. But it's the same thing. It's very much, it's either right or wrong. And when things are not consistent, it makes it harder for us to make sure everything's in order. A lot of this is little tiny things. Like not consistently putting things like you have an electric bill every single month, but you pay it all at once, 2 or 3 months worth, and then as the accountant I have to go back and try to figure out what is your monthly electricity cost. And if you've got 3 or 4 months all bunched in one payment, or 3 or 4 locations bunched in one payment, then it's a little bit tougher for me to go back and try to figure out what goes where. It's very much like a jigsaw puzzle. Actually, it's more like a 3D jigsaw puzzle. Another reason business owners don't like to do their own accounting, and I totally support them, is it really is fairly complex. Most small business owners that do their own accounting Googled how to do small business accounting, and they think that that's how to do it. I was just talking to an angel investor, and he was saying that he needed to look into a company's books because he wanted to help them go to an IPO. And as soon as he looked at the books, he just cringed because it was kept on an Excel spreadsheet. He couldn't tell what was going on. He couldn't tell. It was just a nightmare. And then when we tried to put it into QuickBooks, the nightmare got worse. So he was explaining this whole thing to me, and I thought, the harder you try to make things simple, unless you have the understanding of why we do things a certain way, and there's a fair amount of work that goes into this, then as a small business owner, you're going to muck it up. Sorry. Accountants spend 4 to 6 years learning how to do this. Bookkeepers usually don't have an accounting degree, but we have years of experience of learning how to do this, often by working as staff accountants. Business owners, this is kind of a nightmare for you. So, and the last way that bookkeeping is a nightmare for small businesses is labor intensive. There's just no way of getting around it. Even if you import all of your transactions into QuickBooks or Xero, there's still quite a lot of work that has to be done to make sure that everything's correct. It's not a matter of just downloading the transactions. It's a matter of downloading the transactions and reading the reports and making sure everything's correct. And then some. So there you go. The nightmares of bookkeeping for small businesses. Again, if you find these videos useful, helpful, entertaining, please like, comment, and share, subscribe, let me know. Let me know what you think I'm doing well, what you don't think I'm doing well. By the way, if you don't like that I toss my hair, you're just out of luck, because that's who I am. My last boss used to get after me for Wearing my 5 and 6 inch stiletto heels, which I will, by the way, be the little old lady in the nursing home that will use a wheelchair rather than a walker so that I can wear my 6 inch stiletto heels. They're not going away. I'm sorry that, that people don't always like them, but they're not me. So that's it for today, and I will talk to you soon.